This episode is brought to you by Paramount Plus. Ewan McGregor stars as Count Alexander Rostov in A Gentleman in Moscow, the new limited series based on the best-selling novel. Stream it with the Paramount Plus with Showtime plan. Visit ParamountPlus.com to try it free.
Hey, Big O, y'all come on in, come on in. I know y'all so used to my drop, but obviously I don't got it today. But it's all good. Today we doing a live tattoo on the couch. And I am with Smiley Rose. This is her third time on the couch, but her first time by herself. So
I'm a little nervous.
Boom. So if you're watching on Facebook, you can absolutely see her. If you're watching on Instagram, you're going to be able to see my arm and stuff where we at. But you can see her, yes. And that's YouTube. And Big O, her neck can't come all the way around. And I kind of got you a little rigged. Right, I kind of got you there she is. I kind of got you a little rig. Now, during the show, because Smiley is such a fast artist, we're going to be turning it around. We're going to be turning it around and actually switching it over to the couch after we are finished. So don't be alarmed whenever we pause and do the little turnaround, because it's going down on the couch, right? Okay. So give me a moment. I'm going to share the live a little bit. Because like I said, I know y'all used to hearing my drop, my music and all of that. But we are not in the regular studio today. We are at Crybaby Tattoo Studio today.
Welcome.
Yes. So this is the couch off the couch. But we still got a couch. So we still the couch. And this is from OKC's favorite tattoo artist.
That's
okay.
Me. And OKC's favorite podcast. Let's talk about it.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We were together that night. Okay?
Yes, we was.
Did a whole photo shoot.
Facts. Right after. It was a vibe for sure. Thank you so much. I actually have on Crybaby Studio tattoo shirt today. So I am representing all the way around the board. You might not be able to see my face on some of the lives, but you will be able to see it during the interview. Excuse me. During the interview, because we are going to change over and turn it around and sit on the couch. But right now we are sitting in the tattoo area preparing to get this tat. So if you're watching on hey, yes. If you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and if you're listening on Spotify Pandora, come get tatted. And don't be a crybaby. Don't be a crybaby.
Although I am. Hence the name of the shop, but it's all right.
I see you, Bree DeVille.
I got some numbing cream for that ass if you are a crybaby. Okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely not a crybaby.
You kidding me? Your whole throat's done.
Right.
This is a special tattoo too,
yeah,
so I'm really excited to do it.
This tattoo is a tribute to my baby Lulu that passed away. I know some of y'all like, oh my God, I thought you said you didn't have kids. Well, I definitely have fur babies. And this was one of my babies that passed away. And she was my big bunny. Yeah.
I'm going to move her halo.
Okay. All right. I'm going to move this out to move up a little bit. I don't want to be too far from Miss Smiley.
Come on in here.
Yo. And I needed some tattoo therapy. So if you guys need some tattoo therapy, this is definitely who you need to be coming to. Is Miss Smiley at Crybaby Tattoo. So y'all see it. Oh, let me show Big O. This is what we get. You can see it. It's a little bunny with a halo. And it's going to say Lulu's name at the bottom. And I love the way she did the L's with the hearts. So,
I'm ready for this interview.
Yes. Let's get started with this interview. Now, first of all, Smiley, this is your third time on the couch. What brought you back?
I honestly wanted an opportunity to come by myself because I came with Sugar and I came with G, and I feel like there's a lot more to my story, so I was excited to come on and share it because I've never really shared a lot of personal details about myself.
Right.
This is an exclusive. You know?
Facts. Now, you won favorite tattoo artist in OKC. How did that make you feel?
It was amazing. I mean, the night was awesome. I felt like the event was great. I know there was like a lot of controversy going on. I think that they did a fantastic job, and I felt beautiful that night, and I felt honored. I thought it was great.
Exactly. Did you feel like everybody that got their award deserved it?
You know, everyone that I personally knew, hell yeah, they did. They've worked their ass off for it.
Now, how many years have you tried to get the People's Choice Awards?
I tried last year and didn't win. And then this year, what's just funny, because last year I tried a lot harder. Like last year I really pushed for people to vote. And this year I just made a few posts like, hey, go vote. So I thought it was really cool that I won this year.
That's dope. Excuse me. How's Candy Cavities going?
Oh, shit. So the last time I was on, we talked about starting Candy Cavities, which is a business that we had doing the tooth gyms. And girl, I've just had so much going on. Moving from Flatline to here, I haven't even had time to venture in. Tilly, however, she's apprenticing with me right now. She is going to be doing Candy Cavities for sure. So when she's here on the weekends.
Now, what happened with Flatline Studio?
You know, it was at a point where it needed to be rebranded and remarketed. And I mean, we were in that small building. We didn't have enough space for walk-ins and things like that. So it just was a business decision in order for us to grow as a whole, as a team.
Okay. Are you still making music for yourself?
I haven't lately. So honestly, my stepson moved in for a little while, and so the studio we turned into a bedroom because his girl was pregnant, and they actually moved out. So I'm gonna put all my stuff back up because I definitely want to get back to doing some music.
Okay. Now you pretty much have a new team, or more like you just added to the family.
Yeah.
How's that been going with different personalities?
You know what? I'm real picky. Like, whoever I bring into my shop, like, I'm with these motherfuckers more than I'm with my family. You know what I mean? So everybody that works here, like, I want to have a vibe with them. I want to make sure that we all get along. So I go out of my way, especially, like, if I hire someone new, they have to meet the entire team. Everyone has to be comfortable with them. And I've added some dope artists. So like Rigo, he's a new addition. He's a black and gray realism artist. He's amazing. Then, you know, there's Dan, who's like the total opposite of all of us. She's a badass. And then our newest artist, Nikki, she started this week actually. So she's running some cool specials too, if anybody needs tats. But it's cool being diverse, and I think that's kind of what sets us apart in Oklahoma City, is that we have so many different personality types and kind of can cater to everybody.
Okay. Now, one of the episodes that you was on, episode 22, season 1 to be exact, you said that you were self-conscious about being who you are. Now, with the win recently at the Oklahoma City People's Choice Awards, did that boost your confidence, or?
I mean, it definitely was like a, yeah, you know what I mean? Like getting some recognition. And not only that, but like, okay, can I talk about it? Because this is No Limits, right?
Yes.
So I felt like really honored at the People's Choice Awards because it really is like about the urban community. So me winning, like, and all the names that were up there, to me, that was a big deal because I do support small business, and I especially support Black owned businesses. And so winning and being involved the way I am, like, that made me feel good. You know what I mean? Like, just to be part of that community and culture and there. Right. But I think that overall my confidence has grown just because I've just started realizing my own value. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
I've realized my power. So
now you're married now. How's married life?
It's amazing. It's great.
Now, you and G been rocking for a long time. Do your relationship sometimes bother heavy?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No, my husband, listen, he is the most confident person. Like, me and G just had this conversation the other day about being a tattoo artist and being in a relationship. It's really hard because we are constantly around people of the opposite sex. So you have to have someone that you can really trust, and that really trusts you, because there's times where you may not get home till midnight, 1 o'clock, or you may have somebody in your chair that is attractive, or you know what I mean?
Right.
So me and my husband, it's a perfect match, because he knows that, you know, he can trust me and that I'm never going to go or be disloyal. You know what I mean?
We actually talked about that on the couch the last time.
Yeah.
You know, about relationships, and that's actually one of the questions. I'm going to wait to get into detail with that one.
Okay.
Now, what made y'all bring other people into work after, you know, it just being y'all for a while and not trusting people after being robbed?
I feel like it was just time. Like, there's a point and a place in your life when you're like, man, we got to grow. You know what I mean? Like, we want to do this for a living, but at the same time, like, I want to feed people. I want to see other artists eat. And that's major for me. Like, I want people to grow in this industry, and I can't do that if we just stay in this, like, little hole. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted it to be something where we could help other people and grow ourselves. Right. So it was just time.
Right. Now, how's business been since opening Crybaby?
Girl, listen, we are the first tattoo shop in War Acres. Okay. And there's never been another tattoo shop here.
Congratulations on that.
That was bomb. So that was also a confidence boost. Like, going in front of city council and having to talk to people, I don't know how to say this, like, people of importance, you know what I mean? Like, in the political world, that was different. Like, I had to really prepare myself for that. And so being here now, like, I feel great. And I think the community has just accepted us, and we've kind of become part of War Acres. And I push for us, you know, for business, and we're in a much better place and spot now where we get the business that I think we deserve.
That's what's up. Now, do you feel like Crybaby gets more business than Flatline Studio did?
For sure. And I think that's because of location, for one, because we were at a great location on 23rd and Penn, right there, like facing 23rd, but it was an old house that was converted commercial. You were there, right? So you really didn't see it from the street. Like, if you blinked, you missed it, you know? So, yeah, like, people would drive by, like, 4 times. So,
like, where is it at?
Right. Like, GPS is not pulling me there. But here, you know, we're right on 50th and MacArthur. We have the window space. We have 100 parking spots. Like, we have plenty of space. So, walk-ins have definitely been great. And then next door is High Society. Shout out High Society. They're amazing. Come in and you get a free pre-roll from us too, from them. But they help with us too, you know, having that traffic. We help each other, I think. So it's been really good.
Yeah, because, I mean, who don't like to smoke and then get a tattoo, or vice versa?
They're like sisters. Like, I feel like we're like the same industry, you know?
Now, has anybody from over there came and got tatted yet?
Yes, girl. So, like, everyone, really. One guy, Greg, he's the manager over there actually now. He just got hired. Congratulations, Greg, as manager.
Yeah, congrats.
But he's like, didn't even have very many tattoos, and now he's here every 2 weeks getting tatted. You know what I mean? So it's like, smoke one, get tatted. You know what I mean?
Facts. Like, let's do it.
Right. It's dope.
I can't wait to have a tattoo session to where I can actually smoke and be like, yeah, it is artist. You know what I'm saying?
Next time, I'll bring my stuff to your house, girl.
Yes. Ew. I know that's right. Y'all, if you're just now tuning in, it is the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. Follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, and Big O. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram, and my main YouTube Instagram, and my .com, which is THA_JANELL. Follow Smiley Rose on all social media, and Crybaby Tattoo Studios on all social media as well. I did invite you. I invited everybody. You can come get tatted with the couch. I had already told y'all. I posted. I've been posting it. You can still come up here.
What is Big O? I just gotta ask. I thought you were talking to a person this whole time. Like,
that
legit.
is hilarious.
I was like, okay, Big O. What's up, Big O? Who's Big O?
So Big O is a live streaming app. Now, some might say that they use it for dating, and then some might say that they use it for everything. I use it to promote the podcast. I have a lot of people that come on here. I'm definitely appreciative.
Like, people all think it's sexual, but really, like, you can.
I wish I could get on OnlyFans. They actually denied me.
What?
Yeah, they did.
Why? You got denied? Shit, I done seen some people that should have been denied.
That's what I'm saying. And I was promoting my music. They was like, oh yeah, that's not what we looking for on this platform. Right. So also make sure, like I said, to follow Crybaby Tattoo Studios on all social media. Also, when you come through, make sure you give them a Google review. Google reviews are important if you didn't know that. If you know anybody that has a business, if you've been to their business, give them a Google review.
For sure.
I don't know if you guys know how important that is, but it's very important. I have a gold star in Google reviews. I don't play games when it comes to Google reviewing. Okay? So support your people. And if you want to do, free support and you're like, or how can I support my peoples and they got a business? Well, if you ever shop with them, then you could give them a Google review and it'll help them. So support your peoples, help your people.
And Crybabies with a K.
Yes.
K.
It is in the description as well. We're getting a live tattoo on the couch with Smiley Rose, and she is killing it. She already almost done. Like I said, if you guys are tuning in, we will be turning around to sit on the couch, so you will see a pause during the couch because I do have more questions. And this tattoo is almost over, so let's get with it. Now, are bookings still via social media or...
So that changed. We have a booking site on Gloss Genius. That's what we use. And it actually gives you access to all of our artists. I changed that because I felt like the tattoo industry is kind of competitive. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, oh, those are my clients, but It's not like that. Like, art is art. You know what I mean? And so if I have a client that loves one of my other artists' art, like, I want you to go get tattooed by them.
I want art from all of y'all.
Yes, like, I want to support my other artists, and I want everyone to support my other artists. You know what I mean? Like, we're all a team, so we're family. Mm-hmm. So I made the booking site where we're all included on there. That way people can have access to everyone's booking and calendar and be able to book with them directly. So, Gloss Genius, I can post the link in the comments if you guys want to get on the books.
Right. I think that's dope as fuck. Now, are you more available than you was before at Flatline?
I mean, I would say pretty much the same. I don't do a lot of walk-ins. Like, I'll do specials like today. Fridays are normally my off days, but I came in today to do the Couch Flash. So, I don't get a lot of walk-in action. But I also won't book out like long periods of time. Like, some artists are like, oh, I'm booked out for 2 years. I won't do that shit to myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get sick and miss a week and have to make up, and I don't want people to have to wait that long. Like, a lot of people impulsively get tattooed, so who the hell wants to wait a year for a tattoo? I mean,
like, oh yeah, by the end of this year I'm getting my tattoo.
Right. And I get it. Some artists are worth it. You know what I mean? Like, some artists, you want to wait for that one specific tattoo. But if you're just wanting to get in, like, I want to be able to, help everybody and get people in at least within a month,
Right. Okay. Now, is the minimum still 150?
Yeah, and we vary on that sometimes. So with us building a bigger team, we're trying to get exposure and get people in the door. So sometimes that'll change. I mean, if you come in and it's a non-busy day, we'll throw deals. Mm-hmm. And then we also try to do flash sales every month. And like Dan, her name is Dan Walter on Facebook, Danny Walter. But she does flash sales every month. I usually do one a month. And like G will throw like random sales out there. Rigo's running a sale right now. It's slow season because Christmas is here. So if you want to get tatted, now is the time because you're going to get a good deal. Like during Christmas season, we got kids and shit,
Right. Okay, so what's a good deal? Like if somebody wants to do like a tap out session.
So I haven't done a tap out in a long time. If I did a tap out, you're going to have to pay me because listen, that breaks my back. I'm sitting, and people that want tap outs, 9 times out of 10, they can actually sit through that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like 15 hours in and I'm like, my work don't even look as good as it should because I'm tired. My eyes are crossing. Like, I can't see straight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I know like, G does tap outs. I know he'll do a tap out and usually that's like 12 to 1500. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when you're getting 14, 16 hours of work, it's a good deal. So
no, seriously.
Yeah.
Do you guys do like sleeve deals and
not necessarily because sleeves they're difficult. Like people will ask like, what's the cost of a sleeve? Well, that depends. Like, do you want freaking Mozart on your arm, you know what I mean? Or do you want like little flash cells all over your arm? So, I mean, to do a full sleeve, honestly, I would expect a cost of anywhere from like, as far as like a half sleeve, anywhere starting at like 800, I would say. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a big area to cover. And I think a lot of people are used to like home artists, you know what I mean? Where you can just go in and in 2 hours you got a full sleeve. But those are the same people who in 5 years are coming back like, can you fucking fix this? Like this needs to be fixed, you know? So I will say this, like, we're not cheap, but we're reasonable, you know, and I think we're very competitive with other shops because we want to be fair, but we also want to give you really good work. So you're going to get what you pay for, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, I'm a firm believer in that, but I also don't want to get over it.
I'm kidding.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, it's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. Ooh, you already done.
Yeah, look at Lulu. Lulu cute.
Oh, her halo.
Oh, yeah, let me do her halo.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah,
She need her halo.
look.
I'm like, oh, her halo. Lulu's already done, though. Oh, my gosh.
And this was actually on my flash sale today, so you can get a matching tattoo with Janelle.
Facts.
We ain't putting Lulu on your shit, but...
Facts. Oh, that is so beautiful. Wait till y'all see this. And then we're going to switch the camera around and finish with the interview. Y'all just be patient. I like that.
Pivots.
Yes. Okay, let me show you guys. Oh, I'm like, let me show you guys the. Oh. Yes.
Oh. That's perfect.
All right, so if you're looking on YouTube, see how quick she did that? If you watch it on Big O.
What's up, Big O?
Hey, y'all see how quick she did that? Very quick. Very quick. That's my baby.
She put you for life.
Right. So now let me explain to you guys this arm. This arm is going to be like a sleeve that represents like all the stuff that I love, even though this is too. But this is my name. This, we're not going to talk about this, but there's somebody that has the other half of this. And because I'm Trinidadian, I got the Trinidad and Tobago coming out of my skin. I got the feather with the, you know, the little birds, because they used to call me Songbird, which some people still do. I drew this and got this done. The two hearts represent me. I got stars on my middle finger. So this is just going to be a sleeve that I'm putting together myself, but this one is already almost done. So let me turn it around. Let me put everything up. Let me turn y'all around so we can sit on the couch. Oh shit. The couch. Yeah, if you just now tuning in, like I said, it's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. Bear with me. I've never done this before on the couch, but
turn around.
Yeah. Turn around. Hold on. We'll talk about that.
Let's share this one.
Let me move this up. Y'all see I got the crybaby shirt on. Okay. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter.
I'll just get it. I tell my brother I feel like the pink Monsters Inc. in this jacket.
Right. There we go. Yes, we getting there. I'm gonna get it when I get over there. There you go. Yeah. There's that.
Slide through.
Right. I'm like, I'm getting in there. Oh, damn. Did I kill it? Yeah, I did. That's all good. That's all good. Back on. So. I'm like, it was the tape. All right, there we go. Yes, we in the game. If you want to pull that one up a little bit more. Yes, and let me move YouTube back a little bit.
I'm gonna share this on Instagram too. So
Facts. Y'all come on in as I'm getting this one set back up. Cause what the fuck just happened? It just disappeared.
Can I share a live on Instagram?
Yeah, actually you can.
It's under the couch, right?
Yeah, the couch. Put Couch Chronicles. Yeah, there it is.
How do I share it?
Y'all don't just bear with me. I'm
Stay in there.
done.
Stay in there.
Right, I'm almost done. Almost done.
Oh, I just requested to be
I know.
in.
Y'all don't just bear with me. Okay.
So I'm just gonna. Can I add myself in? Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay. Actually, you can. I know, Big O. I don't know what happened. It disappeared for a second. So we back on.
Maybe that ain't gonna work.
Oh no, you could just mute your mic.
Okay, girl. You gotta be smarter than me.
There we go. Yes, y'all come on in. Come on in. Get back in this motherfucker. Because we back. Now, we switched it. That way we could sit on the couch and talk to y'all because we on the couch. Now we on the couch, off the couch, but we still on a fucking couch. It's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. If I didn't tell you earlier, let me tell you again. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. Follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, and Big O. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram, and my main YouTube Instagram and my .com, which is THA, real JANELL. Follow my guests on all social media. Crybaby Tattoos, Smiley Rose. Excuse me. And if you're in Oklahoma City, come get tatted. If you're on War Acres, come get tatted. If you close by, shit, it's worth the drive.
Right.
You hear me? It's worth the drive. She finished my tattoo so quick, we had to switch it around. But I'll put some more pictures in the in my story, so y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned. I got some more questions. Let's get to it. Now, you said being a tattoo artist was hard to have a relationship because of the clients, etc. Do you still feel the same? We talked about it a little bit earlier when we first started the show. But, you know, you said it the last time when we was on the podcast that, you know, it was kind of hard to have a relationship.
Girl. No, I feel completely different because I think it's about your partner. Like, when you have a partner that's secure in you and knows that you're for them, like, that's not a concern. And I do my job to make sure that he's secure. You know what I mean? So if I'm tattooing him out, like, my husband can come up here anytime. You know what I mean? There's no secrets, no. And this old man told me a long time ago, the secret to a good marriage is no secrets. And so I really live by that. Like, if I have a male here that came to get tattooed, I'm going to be professional with you. You know what I mean? And if you cross that boundary, then I got another artist for you. You know what I'm saying? I won't be your artist no more. So as long as you respect me, I respect you, and respect my husband. Yes.
Facts. Now, what does Crybaby Tattoo bring to the tattoo community that Flatline didn't?
So I feel like just as a whole, we're stronger. You know what I mean? Because we've been able to grasp onto new artists, and that was what was important. And I feel like in the tattoo community and industry, honestly, there's a lot of competition. Like I was saying earlier, like it's very, very competitive. And at the end of the day, there's enough out here for everybody to eat. Why are we competing with each other? Like, we should be supporting each other and motivating each other. And I feel like that's what's different about Crybabies. If you come here, if you work here, if you're a client here, you're going to be supported no matter what. When you walk through these doors, I, as the owner, am going to make sure that you have clientele. I'm going to make sure that you're comfortable here. I'm going to make sure that you feel like you have family here. And I feel like that's kind of what the industry is missing, is just the support. You know what I mean?
So when it comes to being in the tattoo industry, and, you know, when we go to like different studios and we don't know really the background of, you know, what it's like, you know, if it's a family, if it's, so there's sometimes artists come to different states and they don't have any clientele, and then they won't get any clientele if they don't know anybody.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how Danny's story was. She moved here from California about a year ago. She actually was pregnant, and her husband at the time passed away while she was 9 months pregnant. And so she moved here. She was an addict, and she'll share this story with you. You know, she's amazing. But she's been sober, you know, since she's moved here. She's been sober, I believe, 2 years. And her being here, you know, when she came, she didn't have anything. Like, she was starting fresh. All she had was her tattoo license. And so Sugar actually connected us. She had met her online somewhere, and she was like, hey, reach out to Danny. And so that was my main goal. Like, Danny is a dope person. She's came a long way. And that's another thing. Like, I say Crybabies is a shop of rejects because we've all been through shit. Like, there's addicts. There's people who just haven't ever had shit. There's people who, you know what I'm saying, are financially struggle. You know what I mean? So as an artist, like, we have to be able to utilize a lot of tools to make sure that we're successful. This is like the dope game, kind of. Like, it's daily money. Real. Like, you come in and you make money, and then what do you do with that money? Like, so I feel like I said, that's what kind of sets us apart. And even for us, like next week, next Friday, we have a financial literacy course with Brittany Driver. She's amazing. She's coming to do a course for us, you know, so giving education to artists that you might just know how to draw and tattoo. You know what I mean? Like, what other skill set do you have, and how can you utilize that to become successful in what you're doing? So,
right. That's dope as fuck. And you said her name is Brittany?
Brittany Driver.
Brittany Driver. Shout out to Brittany Driver. And you actually have your trophy behind you. Do you mind bringing it down?
It comes off, so
oh yeah, well, I super glue mine.
I need to glue it. Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, shout out to Smiley Rose, favorite tattoo artist in OKC. They said easy to follow other person. Yes.
Hey.
Listen, thank you. They said great idea with the split screen. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. So listen. Definitely make sure that you follow, support OKC's favorite tattoo artist. And if you come here and get tatted, you'll know why. Matter of fact, you can come anytime and just say, hey, the couch, I've seen you on the couch. And
come say what's up. Like, seriously, come have a seat. And if you are interested in becoming an artist, We're also open door for that. That's something that I feel like is hard to do too. It's hard to become a tattoo artist.
Right.
I can't accept apprentices right now, but I can start helping you through that process, or at least let you know what that looks like. I love to mentor, especially young women. So if that's a dream, come on in.
Yes, that is super fucking dope. Like, I definitely want to apprentice soon on piercings and
Girl, we need a piercer. We need to find somebody to apprentice you.
Yes, so
that would be dope.
You know, I want to especially specialize in dermals because I'm a specializer in saving them. These have
she said I'm a specializer.
I am. These have all rejected 50 times.
Are you serious?
Yes, I've saved
on
them all.
You?
Yes.
50 times?
Yes.
Oh my
I
God.
kid you not. I'm talking about pussing coming out the skin, almost out. I'm dead
and you
ass.
saved them.
Yes, and I showed the video from, you know, how it was pussing up and all of that and what I did to save it. You know, and it's some tricks that people don't know. And that's why, you know, I love dermals and I specialize in, I'm the dermal saver.
Look, the dermal
So,
saver. I love
it went viral on TikTok. My video is still on TikTok about, you know, all of them have rejected. Will try to reject, and I've saved every single one of them.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yep. So the lady that actually did it, she told me that this will only last for 6 months, and I've had it 3 years.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So. Now, do you have any Crybaby products and merch besides this? Now, first of all, y'all, come support your people, for real. Come support your people. I'm rocking my shirt.
Hey.
Okay, I have to be on the couch I ain't no crybaby. So you better believe that ain't finna be no crying coming from me when I'm getting no tattoo. She's like, you want me interviewing and tattooing at the same time? Yeah. But she already know because I think I did fall asleep when she was doing the one on my neck.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I do though. I have so we have the t-shirts and then we have stickers. I just ran out of keychains and those are free. So you can come by and get a dope sticker and a keychain. And I'm actually in the process, hopefully, of ordering some hats. I want some like trucker hats.
Yeah.
So that's my next goal. But.
Now I know when you was at Flatline, you had a numbing product. Do you guys still have the numbing product?
Yeah. So I still sell numbing cream, and I will say this: you don't have to get tatted here or by me to buy the numbing cream. I am a fucking crybaby. Okay, like she's not. I am. I use numbing cream on everything, and y'all can say I'm a pussy, and it's not a real tattoo, but every tattoo on me is real. So if you have difficulty with pain or not a great pain tolerance, I do sell numbing cream. It's amazing. It works great. It's $30 a tube. So, and you don't have to use this.
Do you have a tube that you can show me?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna grab a tube to show. You know, that way you can see how big it is and all of that. I know there's some people that get tattoos and they're like, oh my God, I can't handle the pain. I can't get that. Some people can't even handle getting a period. Me personally, I got this whole sleeve done and I fell asleep on this too. You know, tattoos, I like that type of pain.
So it's Tattoo Numbing Co. They sell it online too. I believe it comes from Australia, so it takes a while to come in. So if you have time to order it, you can. It's about the same price either way. I think $3 cheaper online. But the tube it's pretty small, but it goes a long way.
Yeah,
like you can, like you literally can cover like the whole top of your arm with it.
With just like a capful?
With a tube. So like you would probably get like a whole top arm with a tube.
Oh, so this whole tube?
Oh, yeah, girl.
For this whole arm?
Like the top part of this.
So you don't just put like just a little
no. You got to put like a real thick layer on. And then after you put the thick layer on, you wrap it up for an hour and a half before. So it's a whole situation.
So it's a process to even use the numbing cream. It's actually, I've seen people online use it, but I personally have never had to use it. Don't need to. So, but if you are one of the ones that can't handle getting a tattoo,
A crybaby.
if you're a crybaby, and if you have your own tattoo artist and you're like, you know what, but I need that cream, and I don't want to wait no 8 to 16 weeks, come to Crybaby Studio.
I got you.
She'll hook you up, for real. Now, also, like I said, make sure that you follow Crybaby Studios on all social media, and if you do come get a tattoo, make sure that you give a Google review. You know I'm going to take some pictures and give a Google review. Google review your peoples that have a business. If you know somebody that has a dispensary, a boutique, if you can find them on Google, you can give them a review, for real. All right. Now, what exclusive ink do y'all have now? Or is it just like the normal colors, or do you have any like like LED looking.
So UV is an option.
Right.
I don't have
I'm
it.
talking about LED, UV.
Yeah. I don't have any because I don't get it requested a lot. So I always tell people if they want UV ink, I can order it. They can pay for the ink, and I'll do it. I actually have a black light in my drawer. I want to do one. So
okay, so I will be the one.
We can add
to
it to
actually.
Lulu.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then around the halo.
I was gonna say it's some, and I want to add it to some other stuff too. Like, I definitely want to add it to the neck piece.
Okay.
Because whenever I'm performing.
Okay.
There's sometimes I'm at clubs and they got the black lights. So imagine I'm performing and
not
only
like
okay,
yes,
I need that in my life.
Okay, well we gotta grab that. I also
yes.
My ink is vegan too. So
are you guys listening? Because I'm totally vegan. Hey.
This is Jessie Vegan here. This is Jessie Tiger.
Yes, I'm the tiger.
He's my apprentice. He's been tattooing for 28 years though. He's not an apprentice. He's the boss.
Right.
Listen, he's dope. If you guys need some black and gray work, some lettering,
I'm getting work
everything.
From everybody.
So
yeah, so I'm coming to my big blood next. Big blood. You feel?
You already know it.
Now, you too. Now, what has been the best moment for you this year so far for yourself, and then as for the studio?
I think for myself, it was making a year of marriage. Like for me, that
right.
Okay, so just like on some real shit, commitment has always been an issue for me. My biological mom was married 8 times. So when I tell you like I wasn't ever really taught how to be committed or loyal. Like it was just kind of an in and out my whole life as in childhood. So with my marriage, like I've been in previous relationships and it's been like when it gets tough, I run. You know what I mean? But this whole marriage, I'm not going to say it's been tough, but it's been like we have to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to fight for each other. And so I feel like making that year mark with us
without running
is
huge,
and being happy and like working through it together has been amazing. So personally, that's been a great thing in my life and probably the thing I value the most. My family. But then within the shop, like obviously opening Crybabies, that has been my goal for years. Having my own shop and this vision that I had. And like even this building, when we got it, it was literally an open room. Like there was nothing. So I got to design it from head to toe. And this is my baby. I put my heart and soul into it and I refuse to fail, So like just pushing and seeing my dreams come true has been super powerful for me. And like I said, a boost in confidence and my ability to use that power, It's
so was Flatline Studio not yours or?
Flatline was me, Angie. So we were business partners at Flatline, but I felt like we just kind of were like starting. So it wasn't really a vision. It was just like, we're going to tattoo. We want to do this together. Let's just get in and make it happen. But the long-term goal was always to have a bigger studio with more artists. And it was just timing, and patience and allowing it to happen and not moving before I was ready to, So it was just time to make the move and we're here and I feel like we've done great. So.
All right. Now, how did you come across War Acres? Like out of, because you could have stayed in the city, you know what I mean?
My piehead ass husband going to high society. He's going to high society to get some weed, and they had a for rent sign up, and so I called, and then I realized that, I had to go in front of city council. That was a 3-month process, so it was like, it was a wait, It was like, is this worth it? And I went to 10 different buildings, and something just kept calling me back here, back here, and I knew it was the place, so it ended up, the other building that I was looking at fell through and I still had this one on the radar. And so it just ended up being the place.
Was it kind of hard to go in front of like city council knowing that you got all these tattoos, piercings, and you was probably like, but this is what I do for a living. So
yes, like city council was rough. There's been so many times this year that I've been put in positions where I'm like, okay, I know I can be judged. Like even with Chime, I partnered with Chime and they flew me down to San Francisco to talk to.
You guys, first of all, if you don't know what Chime is, then you ain't chiming in. Because listen, no, for real, because that's big.
Yeah.
That's huge. Shout out to Chime. I've been with Chime since I got out of prison.
For real?
I'm dead ass.
I love Chime.
Chime helped me build my credit. Chime helped me actually get in places to where I didn't have a chance.
Yeah,
seriously.
Real.
Like,
yeah.
And it sounds crazy because they like, Chime, look, when people be like, do you have a bank? Yeah, I got Chime.
Right.
That's my bank.
Right.
Like, and they like, that's not a bad, yes it is.
Yeah, it
Sorta.
is. And the credit builder card, if you don't know about it, it's amazing. It really does help. It's helped in my business. It helps in my personal life.
So shout out to Chime.
Going in front of them, going in front of city council, all of those instances where I was like, oh my God, what are people going to think about me? But you know, honestly, like I think that's where I found my power is I don't care anymore. Like I am who I am, and I'm a great person. I try to be, you know, like I still have my flaws, but I try to be a good person at heart. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So you're either going to see that and know that energy, or you're going to see me from my outside and not ever get to know the greatness in, you know? So,
that's why I love to do the couch, because not only do I see you guys out, you know, just being regular people, but I get to know you on a different level. Yeah. You know, and I've gotten the opportunity to get to know you since I've met you. Yeah. And, you know, I've been stuck to you like glue. Girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, because I love your energy. Love you. And I'm just like, for those that don't know, a little bit of our history is she's actually my wife's ex. But I don't look at it like that. This is my girl. Like, what the fuck? Matter of fact, we closer than her and my wife. Like, I love her. Like, genuinely, I love you. Like, I love your energy. Anything that you do, I'm want to support. Like, I want to do everything I can to support. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 100% for you. And I'm so proud of you. What? Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, I've seen the growth, even just watching from, if you guys go back and watch the first episode of when she was on, to now, to how everything has transpired. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to get to know people on that level. It's beautiful for me to even I rewatch my episodes. Like I'm a cornball. I be listening to it like it ain't even me, and I be cracking up like like I didn't just say that. Like and it was me for real. I gotta go back and watch the one with me and girl. G. You will be cracking up. But you know I'm not Raven's ex though. You know my best friend was Raven's ex. Mm-hmm. You know that, right? Okay. I'm just saying. Now, why does that still say Flatline Studio? She crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, on the couch where there's no fucking limits. It's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits, okay? Now, what's a normal day like at Crybaby Studio? I know what a normal day like was at Flatline. I mean, it's kind of the same here, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like, our schedules are all different. So, like, I'll be here in the morning. I'm a morning person. I got kids, so I get home. Jesse is always here at night. Dan's here in the afternoon. G's always whenever. You know what I mean? So, it's really chill. Like, it's a vibe. G don't ever go home. Yeah, he's always here. He's always here. But it's a vibe. I mean, like, we always try to keep good music playing and just chilling. And we talk to all our clients that come in. And, I mean, we take time out of our day to spend with each person that walks through the door. So, it's a vibe. Yeah. Do y'all do, like, family outings? You know? Like... Yes, absolutely. Girl, this fur keeps getting in my mouth. I seen it was on your tooth. I was about to be like, I got you. Listen. We do. So, like, actually, in February, we're going on a cruise, and the shop is coming. It's a couple's cruise. Fuck it. Oh, that means we can go. Yeah, if you guys I was about to say, fuck yeah. Where y'all going? It leaves from Jacksonville, Florida. It's February 10th through the 15th. So, it's actually the Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, and Fat Tuesday while we're on the boat. Yeah. But Jesse and Marissa are going. Jesse and his wife. The last time I was on a boat like that, I was a performer. I wasn't like just there to enjoy. I just was paid to perform. Yeah. But to go to just like enjoy. Yeah. I would love to. And you know, sometimes people they don't know if they seasick until they get on the sea. And surprisingly, I wasn't. I think the hardest part was performing on the ocean. Oh, I can imagine. And you know, like rocky. Yes. So like, I'm like. Trying to stand. I can't allow it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? By this time, I'm not even gonna wear no shoes. For real. And that's probably why my feet hurt worse because I was using my motherfucking toes to go. I'm talking about, and my toes look like my fingers sometimes. So they was gripping. Girl, I was gripping the pole like this with my toes. Now, since being married, have you gotten hit on? I mean. Yeah. I mean, you know, people will say stuff when you're out and about or whatever, but it's just the way you address people. You know what I mean? I mean, men are always going to try. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to get no motherfucking where. You know what I mean? Right. Like, right. First thing I'm going to do is,
You know, I love my husband, girl. When I tell you I love my husband, I love my husband. That is my best friend. That is my rock.
Facts. I know that's right. Yes. Listen, when you have a mate that is your best friend, that is everything. That is it says, whoa, stop rocking the boat. That is everything, to have your life mate and that's your best friend. When y'all can talk about any and everything and it'd be good. Shout out to Mac June. Shout out to Pirate Ship Radio. I see y'all watching 103.5, the best radio, the hottest radio station in Oklahoma City. If you didn't know, make sure y'all tune in. And y'all know y'all got some hot people on there. Tara T did win favorite personality, wasn't it? Host personality?
Yeah.
Yes. So
I need to be on there.
Well.
Listen, I need to add on 103.5. Please hit me up. I would love to talk to y'all. Seriously.
Yes. Facts. You hear that? You hear that right here on the couch? Yeah. Now, mentally, how have you been holding up?
You know, honestly, I don't talk about this a lot, but I deal with anxiety like terribly. I have debilitating anxiety, and that was part of the struggle I was talking about with me and my husband. Is when he came home, it hit me like it was bad, and I had to make a decision. Like, okay, and this is how I always explain it. It's like diabetes. Like, if you deal with something, you have to treat it. You know, and my whole family deals with anxiety. It runs in our family. So if I get overwhelmed and with everything going on in my life, it all hit me. And even though emotionally I feel like I'm at a good space, mentally my body starts to shut down, you know, and the anxiety starts and I don't want to leave the house and I get to where I just want to stay in a hole. And I've struggled with that my whole life. But I've overcome it. You know what I mean? Like, I do take medication right now. I'm trying to work through my anxiety. I'm trying to embrace the fact that I have it and be more open about mental health and talking about it, because I feel like,
you know, we do mental health on the couch every month now.
Well, listen, I would love to be a part of that, because I don't talk about that part of my life. You know, I share that intimately with people when I'm tattooing them, you know, when we talk, but it's not something that I publicly discuss, but it is something that I deal with on a daily basis, you know, and I have to fight every day to get up and to motivate myself and to get myself outside of my box, because socially, even though people see me as an extrovert, I'm really an introvert. I really am the person that I have to tell myself, head up, chest out, like, you know what I mean? I have to talk myself through things, because I do get nervous and I do get anxiety. You just can't tell. You know
right.
what I mean?
And you would think, you know, from the outside looking in, hey, they like, okay, I see Smiley Rose on the couch. From the outside looking in, and because you are very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
And you always smiling when I see you. So from the outside looking in, people would think that you're doing fine. You're good. Like, how long, you said you've been dealing with anxiety for a long time.
Yeah.
How long have you been able to deal with it? And you know, like, hey, this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to acknowledge it, and this is what I have to deal with. Because it had to be between a year, because you didn't run.
Yeah. I think that I started embracing it probably, and this goes back to my husband, so there would be like periods. Okay. So I went through postpartum depression, and that's the first time that I had really bad anxiety. And then after I had my daughter, I went through another period of about a year of really bad anxiety, and then it would kind of work itself out and I would just go on with life. But what I found is that I was partying a lot. So, like, to deal with my anxiety, I didn't know that I was doing that, but, like, I was going to the bar, I was drinking, I was kicking it, I was out every weekend, I was doing stuff. And so my mind never had time to shut down. Well, when I got married, it was like life slowed down, you know, and it was go to work and come home and enjoy my family. But I didn't know how to do that, because
Because it also gave you time to think about your anxiety.
Exactly. So when I really noticed it and was able to deal with it is, again, because of the partner that I have. There were nights where, and this is vulnerable for me, but there were nights where literally, and nighttime is when I have it the worst, that I would be curled up, you know, and like scared, and my husband would just hold me and tell me it was okay. And that's kind of what got me through that, is knowing that I'm not in this alone, and that my partner supports me, and I don't have to hide that or feel ashamed of that, you know. It's something that a lot of people have experienced that they don't talk about. And so just having that teammate, you know, to help me through it, I think that was when I was like, okay, you know, I got to fix this. I don't want to go through this again. I got to get to a good point where I can deal with it and be aware of it when it's happening, you know.
Now, do you think, well, why do you think your anxiety was brought on, and how long, like from when you was a child?
I mean, like I said, everybody in my family has anxiety. Like my brother has extremely debilitating anxiety too. But I do think it was from my childhood. I think that I love my mom. My mom's a great woman. I love her to death, you know, but our relationship was very tattered. Like it was really hard. You know, I'm a free spirit where my mom is very conservative, and I was raised Nazarene in a Nazarene church where you don't wear makeup and you don't, you know what I mean? Like you don't
color your hair,
cut your hair, you know, and here I am, this free spirit, and I always have been. So I think like having to muffle myself down my whole life may have kind of given me that anxiety, you know, and always trying to like meet these expectations or standards of someone that I wanted their love and not ever really feeling like I got it is what gave me the anxiety. But you know, that's something that we deal with, and I'm trying to get healthy, you know, and I'm trying to embrace it and learn about it and learn more about myself, and I think that's just part of the journey.
Exactly. That's beautiful that you acknowledge it, that you want to learn about it, and that you have your life partner to help you through it as well.
For sure.
Seriously. Because that gets hard. And shout out to anybody that is going through, and that goes through anxiety, and depression, and any type of mental health illness, disease, or whatever they call it. You know, because I go through it as well. You know, I have a phobia that's so bad that I can't even go into restaurants without noise canceling earplugs, which is kind of embarrassing, you know, because I can't be around silverware, can't watch it, and when it comes on TV, I'm like, baby, yeah, like turn it off, you know, and it's sad, and I hate it, and just to know that you have a life partner, somebody that gives a fuck about you, and then they're not looking at you like,
for real,
because that gives you anxiety on its own, like, are they laughing at me?
It's hard to be vulnerable with anybody.
Yeah, like, are they making fun of me? Like,
yeah.
Do they really give a fuck about what I'm telling them? Like,
right.
Like, it might sound stupid whenever you see, like, I'm crying like somebody just died, but it's just because somebody clinked some silverware in front of me.
Right.
But
and especially when they haven't been through anxiety. My husband ain't never went through anxiety, so he's like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, just listen, I just need to breathe. You know what I mean? Like, just stay here with me. I'm good. But if you have a partner that doesn't understand it because they've never been through it, but still tries to support you, that's major.
It really is. It says, identify and be the worst part of anxiety, because a lot of times you don't know what the fuck is wrong or going on. I definitely deal with this often too. You're not alone. Yes. So, seriously, I'm talking about, there's times where I'll be like, and my baby's like, why are you crying? I'm like, you know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just crying. Like,
yeah,
I feel like a deep, like,
it's something, but what is it?
I don't know what it is, and I'll just be like, and it just comes out.
Yeah, for real.
And so I get it.
It just needs to come out sometimes. Like,
that's why I do mental health talk on the couch every month, because we need to be able to talk about it. I might not do a week of it because sometimes people don't like to bring up trauma and triggers constantly, but every month I can dedicate it to the couch. If you're brave enough to talk about your story can help somebody.
Yeah.
You never know what you might say that can help somebody.
For sure.
Seriously. If y'all just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. It's the couch off the couch at Crybaby Studios, okay? I got Smiley Rose on the couch for the third time. This ain't her second round. This her third round on the couch. And you see this beautiful award behind her, okay? Favorite tattoo artist of OKC. Make sure you come get tatted. In the beginning of the episode, she did give me a tat. So if you go watch it, you'll be able to see her do it live on the couch, and how fast she was, because she was fast as fuck. She was fast as fuck. And we literally started right when we started the live. So now, make sure you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, and Big O. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram, and my main YouTube Instagram, and my .com, which is THA Real JANELL. Shout out to Big O. I haven't been giving you eye contact. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Big O.
Right. Right. Yes. I got a few more questions, and some of them might get a little deep. But if you guys are still here.
Oh, God, that wasn't deep. Oh, shit.
If y'all still here, bear with me. Shout out to all my couch potatoes that keep up with the couch. Like I said, it's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no what? I know y'all said it. Now, Can you explain what life is like being with someone who was locked up for a long time?
So, I mean, it has its great points and it has its bad points, you know? Mm-hmm. It's crazy to me because I don't feel like my husband is institutionalized at all. Like, you know, you hear stories about that. I don't feel like he has such a free mind and a free spirit, you know, that when he came out here, it was like the transition was so easy for him, which made it easier for me. But I do feel like, you know, when you've had so much of your life taken from you and you've developed a certain reputation about yourself, it's hard to come out here and change that. And he's made it look really simple. You know what I mean? I do think that my support has been helpful in that process, you know, with him. And that's where I feel like we are a good match because, like I said, he supports me, I support him. But he's been out here fighting, you know, to change that. He is who he is and he will always be who he is. You can't change that. And I had to learn. I can't change this man. Like, he is who he is. But he's dedicated to our family and to improving our lives as a unit. And that's all that matters. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, his loyalty to me is what I love about him, you know. His hard work and I mean, he's my biggest fan and there's nothing like that. So the fact that he was locked up a long time, I think is a huge part of his own personal journey, but it was all for a reason and he landed here. So whoever he was before, and I'm going to tell y'all because people are always trying to tell me about my husband. I don't know that man. I know who I got. I know my man today.
Right.
And my man today is everything I prayed for, you know? So that's all that matters.
Exactly. Now, for the ones that think that, especially when somebody is married, when you think that you're going to come and rock their foundation or try to shake it up, who knows what your intentions are, whatever the reasons is. But know this, you can never knock down a solid house. Because you heard me say solid. You can never knock that down. You can never knock that down. You can try. But if it's real and it's for you, it can never be knocked down by anyone or anything.
Well,
so, I'm just saying. Now, how has the transition been for him for life as a married free man?
It's crazy because, like I said, it's been so easy. Mm-hmm. Like, I really was like,
he make it look easy.
I'm crazy. What am I doing?
Right.
Like, have I lost my mind? Like, you know, I went through all those emotions, but he honestly, I mean, like I said, I think, and this isn't like to pat myself on the back, but I think that coming out and having a support system in place and where you don't have to worry, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go back to what you did because you have someone that's going to put you in a position.
That is the key, y'all. For real. Know? When you get out and you have somebody that is right there, I'm telling you. Because it's hard when you get out. I did 9 years and I went in when I was a kid. So when I got out, I was like, I know I got my family, which we don't even talk now. But I had them when I got out, but they didn't know me. You know, they didn't. Not only did they not know me, but they didn't know how to help me.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to say to me to make me feel better. They didn't know what to. Nobody really knows what to say to you to make you feel like you're a human in the world. Mm-hmm. Seriously. Like, you can love, you can, all of that. But nobody can really know exactly what to say unless they've been through exactly what you've been through. But if they can be there for you and they can be your support and you can feel that and not feel like, oh, I feel sorry for. When you can feel that, that is how you know it's going to be, this is going to get me through.
And see, I feel like that's why we're so strong, because the promises we made to each other, we stuck by. Mm-hmm. You know, his promise to me was he was going to be loyal. Mm-hmm. He was going to do what he had to do when he got out to make sure that we were all right, you know. And my promise to him was he wasn't going to have to worry about nothing. Mm-hmm. And I made sure of that. You know, when he came home, you know, he already had a business. You know what I mean? He was on his feet because I was going to make sure that my man was in position to be able to provide, because that's something that men need. Yes. And if they don't have that, they're going to go right back to them streets, selling dope, doing what they did before. You know what I mean? So that, I felt like marrying him and taking him on as my spouse, that's my job. You know what I mean? And,
right.
I mean, it's just worked. And he gives me what I need. You know what I'm saying? I give him what he needs, and it works, you know?
Facts. Now, did everyone in his family accept you?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I went and I had met his mom and met his sister and his niece. And I mean, honestly, I feel like his family is way more accepting of me than my family has been. Not that my family hasn't accepted him, but it was like they didn't know anything about him, you know, and I have never even exposed any of this ever in my, you know, to anyone. I always keep my story with him very to myself because I don't feel like it's for everybody, you know. It's for the couch, no fucking limits. But
period.
I mean, his family has been great. Like, I love his family. My family is still like, who are you, you know? And my husband is not the type to change who he is for somebody, so he's gonna be himself, whether, you know what I'm saying, they like it or not.
And for them, it's probably like, well, he just came out of nowhere. You ain't told us nothing about him. You ain't.
He's tatted from head to toe, you know. And
it's like, fuck you tatted from head to toe.
Girl, yeah, you know, but it's just
you my daughter, but him.
Right. It's just, you know, it's one of them things. And he's not a real social person, so it's not like he's not gonna kiss nobody's ass, you know. And I think that my family being who they are, they want that. They want that ass.
They want him to be like, they wanted him to be like, do you mind if I marry your daughter?
Right. But you know what? I love that about him. Like, I love the fact that he is who he is, and he don't let nobody intimidate him or make him be anyone other than he is.
Yes. It says, it's hard as fuck. My emotions are still on 100, and it'll be 2 years in December. 17 and a half, big love to my fam out here and still in. Seriously, girl, shout out to my people that's watching that's still locked up. You know, shout out to my people that just got out.
For
real. Y'all know I do prison talk every month as well on the couch for a whole week. Because prison talk, man, we done been through some shit. Nah,
I wish I could get my husband's ass on there.
I know. Whenever he's comfortable. Listen, you know
I know he's watching one day.
Listen, if he ever get comfortable, you're more than welcome to come sit on this couch. I'll come to you if I have to, for real. I got a few more questions and we're going to wrap it up. I'm about to get some money because my hand keep itching.
Girl, don't tell me that.
Now, what's the toughest part about being with someone who's not the same race as you? Even though some would say that you're mixed or that you're black.
Well, I'm white as hell. Look, I ran my DNA. I'm Wales, okay?
Yeah, girl, but you know, some people be like, she hood as hell. Like, she more ghetto than a nigga. No, for real, they will really say that.
Well, I mean, I don't even really know how to respond to that. You know, I've never been with a white man ever in my life. Like, ever. So, I mean, to me, it's not anything different. Now, I will say, like, having children changed my view on interracial relationships because I got to feel the prejudiceness. I got to feel a piece of that with my kids. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like being with a black man, I don't.
That's heavy though. That's deep that you said you got to feel the prejudiceness.
I did.
With your kids.
I did.
Can you explain that a little bit?
So I mean, I feel like having mixed kids. My kids are 12 and 10. You know, and as a white woman, no matter what culture I've been a part of my entire life, I'm white. You know what I mean? So I've never been black. I've never been in a black person's shoes. I never knew what it felt like to feel racism. You know what I mean? But when I have my kids, like, I would feel the stares and I would hear the comments. And, you know, there was a time I was at Walmart and I cut a lady off. I was pushing my basket and cut a lady off. And, you know, she said some derogatory stuff towards my son. The girl almost caught a case, you know what I mean? But stuff like that I never really like knew, or having to teach my kids, you know, about the police and, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that, like, my son, you know, I tell him all the time, I'm like, you're mixed, your mom is white, but in society, you're a black male. You know what I mean? You will always be seen as a black man. So when you go out in society with the police, with anyone, you know, be careful. And I have to teach my kids stuff like that as a white woman. It's hard. Like, it's hard. And it's hard to teach them about the other side of their culture. You know what I mean? My daughter's father, he's in prison for the rest of his life, you know, so she doesn't have that side of the family. So it's left to me and now my husband, you know what I mean, to teach her about both sides of her culture. And that's difficult. I don't think a lot of people think about that when...
No, they don't. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's difficult, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's a beautiful thing, you know, and them being able to understand both sides of where they come from, I feel like our society's changing, and it's going to make our next generation a lot more open-minded and a lot more aware, you know? So
what helps you teach them, like before you had your husband, what helps you teach, like especially your daughter, the Black culture, when you didn't really, like, you only know what you know?
Right. I mean, and that's what I could teach her, what I know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, thankfully I have a lot of great friends that are around me, and you know, like you said, girl, you know, I got a little soul. You know?
Yeah. Right.
But my daughter is who she is. Like, my son, if you met my son, he's very proper. He's a square bear, you know. My daughter, she's a straight gangster. Like, that girl is a mess. You need to put her on the couch.
Yeah, we got to get her on the couch.
That's who needs to go on the couch. Because I'm telling you right now, girl, y'all go viral. But just right now, she's 10, and I'm teaching her how to take care of her own hair. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's the hardest part about hair? Because I always hear this from...
Well, I do hair. I did hair for 15 years. Yeah. So I already knew how to do her hair. I was good. Now, I do know a lot of mamas that have biracial kids that they don't know what the hell to do with their hair. I done had to cut mats out of little girls' hairs because they just didn't brush it. But now teaching my daughter how to take care of her own hair, that's different. I can sit down and put her hair in some plaits, or, you know what I mean, braided or whatever, or go to Hair Game, my favorite beauty shop. Shout out Hair Game. Crystal Parker, Isha Byers, Destiny, my girls. You know, and they hook her up. But taking care of her own hair is difficult. That's for me, it was easy because I had been doing hair. But I do see a lot of women that I'm like, what is you doing? Like, you know, at least take her to the salon. Like, do something. Right. Learn.
Do you ever
teach yourself.
Do you ever get, like, Black women that be like, girl, stop talking like that. Like, who you think you are? Yeah, because they know you could tell. You know what I'm saying? You part of the culture.
Girl, I ain't know. I've never. But you know, I'm just who I am. And that's what I've come to. Like, I'm the person that I am. And this is who I am. I'm not trying to be nobody. It's not about trying to be Black or trying to be white. It's just about what I'm around and the culture that I'm around all the time. You know what I mean? And that's just who I am. Like, I can't change it. I'm not going to be derogatory and say shit I ain't got no business saying and be disrespectful, but I am who I am, you know, and I feel like that's why nobody says nothing to me, because for what? Like, I can't change. I'm not trying to imposter or be someone I'm not.
Facts.
You know? So, but,
you can always tell, you guys. All right, it says, growing up as a peeping this end of the spectrum is why it never made sense to have hate in your heart. Racism's supposed to be been ceased. It only exists to me personally because it's taught. We're not born with the knowledge. Well, Oklahoma, I will say this. Racism is very, very still, it's alive. You know, and it just is what it is. Just 3 years ago, they were still hanging Black people. So don't think that racism isn't here.
Isn't McAllister like the head of the
of the KKK
down in
right?
It's around.
Right. Fuck. Now, do you still not like tattooing men? I know you said the last time when you was on the podcast you didn't really like tattooing men.
I mean, I don't mind tattooing men. It's just like, I know some men have ill intention, and that energy is weird in the room. You know, like, if you want to come get tattooed and you just want to pay to hang out with me, like, that's, you know, I'm going to feel that energy. But if you're coming for my artwork, absolutely I will. The thing with men is my style is very distinct. So I love colored work. I love floral. And you don't see a lot of men that get work like that. You know what I mean? A lot of men are going more for your black and gray, your realism. So I don't have as many men that I tattoo. I don't mind tattooing them, just as long as they're respectful and, you know what I mean? Like, they're there for business and they pay me at the end of the day. I'm going home with my check and I'm going to slide it to my daddy. You know what I mean?
Now, why do you feel like you deserve to win that award behind you?
I've worked my ass off. I mean, straight up, I have worked my ass off, and I put everything I have into this shop and into my clients. I love my clients, and I literally give a piece of my soul to everybody that I tattoo. So I feel like I definitely deserved it this year, and I'm hoping that next year another artist from Crybabies wins. I want someone from Crybabies to win every year. I think
they love your hair. I keep seeing comments about your hair. Now, how did you and your husband meet?
So we actually met online, and it's funny because he messaged me, and we were talking or whatever. I had been through a really abusive relationship, and so I kind of was like, I didn't want to physically be with anyone, so I kind of went through this little phase of talking to people online and not like wanting to have a physical relationship. I just wanted that mental connection. And so he hit me up, and I'm like, you ain't my type. You're short, kind of shabby, bald. Like, no, we ain't doing that. You ain't my type. I'm like, but we can be best friends. So I had him saved under my phone as best friend forever. And he would call every day. He was consistent. And I just fell in love with his energy. I fell in love with who he was. He made me laugh. He made me smile. He made me comfortable, you know. And it's funny because a lot of people say, like, they'll sell you false dreams and all the promises that he
What do you
kept.
mean they will sell you false dreams?
Men that are incarcerated.
That's what I wanted you to get to.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people think that prison relationships are only just, hey, because I need this motherfucker to send me money, because I need this motherfucker to give me a package, I need this motherfucker to do this, that. And then when they get out, they don't even think nothing of you. So, now keep going on.
Yeah. Well, he never asked me for hardly nothing. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was just conversation. Right. But everything that he told me he was going to do, he did it, you know? And we've been together 2 years now, and he's kept every promise he ever made to me, you know? And that's all I asked of him in return for me staying down with him and being there through his journey, you know, is to support me and be here through my journey. So, right. And that's all that matters, as long as we're solid. And it's tatted everywhere. Girl, the back of my thighs say stay solid. My neck, my arm says loyalty before love. And that's something I sincerely believe in. Like, loyalty to me is everything. Once I give you a piece of me and I'm connected, this says royalty.
Oh. I just seen it.
But I have loyalty tatted on me like 4 times. Honor over here. So I just, loyalty means everything. I would rather you be loyal to me than to love me. And that's what he's given me, you know. His way of showing love is different, and I think that's from him being incarcerated for so long. I was telling this girl the other day, like, I have to find the way that he loves me. Like he's not going to be an affectionate, romantic type of person. And as a woman, I want that. But I've learned the ways that he shows me love, or his love language, and I've learned to accept those.
Now, I don't mean to get, but can you explain that, you know, for people that, you know, don't understand what you mean by that?
So a lot of women, we're emotional creatures, you know what I'm saying? So we want our men to be overly expressing in love. And, you know, I've been in relationships with women, you know, I feel like you get that from another woman. Like, you're going to emotionally connect on those levels. But with a man, I feel like, and not all men, but the type of men that I typically go for, the bad guy, you know, I like the bad guy. They don't have that ability, and especially from being incarcerated for so long, you had to numb yourself. He numbed himself for 15 years, you know what I mean? Like, he was taught to not have emotion. So when you come out here and you have this woman who's like, I just want to love you, like, you know, and that's who I am. Like, I'm that cuddle bug, you know. He doesn't have the same way of expressing his emotions. So I have to be able to look and find and know this is how he's showing his love. He's showing his love by, I don't even know an example, but stupid little things like
making you a spread.
Yeah, girl, yes, like making me some nachos, running my bath water. You know what I mean? Like, or telling me he loves me every time he hangs up the phone, even though he might not be this super hold my hand when we're walking or whatever. You know what I mean? But he has his ways of showing love, and I've had to connect with those and learn his love language, and that's been a part of the process too. You know what I mean?
Right. And you said a key thing is learning your mate's love language. Now, don't ever think that, oh, my baby don't love me, they not doing it. No.
I do that when I'm
That's not even what it is. That's not even what it is you have not yet learned their love language. Mm-hmm. Because once you learn their love language, you will never feel like, oh, they don't love me no more. Oh, they don't find me attractive. You will never feel like that because you know their love language.
Girl, my husband knows when I'm on my period, like TMI, but every time
it's okay. It's the couch.
He'll be like, you about to start. And because I'll be like, you don't love me. Why are you not loving me? And I'll do it for like 6 days every month. I'm not going to lie. There's like a 6-day period where he knows it's coming. Like I need it. And that's my love language. Like during them 6 days, I'm going to need you to come outside your box and show me a little extra affection. Because I'm feeling some type of way. And we had to learn that about each other. But yeah, girl,
that's y'all love language. Y'all know it. You got to get to learn your person's love language.
For sure.
It'll take you further than mostly anything. Mm-hmm. When you know they love language, when you know, you can always tell when somebody's not being real with you, when they not, even your friends. Learn your friends' love language, because there's a love between friends.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a language that's spoken.
Those are the hardest relationships.
Yeah.
Friendships.
Yes. Yes. Now I got a few more questions and we're going to wrap it up. Now, what was the getting to know you phase like between you guys? Like,
it was funny. Like, I told him the other day, I remember me and my homegirl, we were in Florida, and we had rented this drop-top Corvette. We thought we were the shit at the time. But we had this Corvette, and this is when me and him first started talking. So we're in the car, and he's just my friend, you know. So I'm like, take your shirt off, you know. And you know, my man, he's strong. But you know, he's a little, you know. The girl, he just ripped that shirt off, you know, and was in the camera, like, showing everything. The funny moments that I had with him, where he just took me out of everything I was going through, and the laughter.
Take your shirt off.
Girl, he did too. He was not shy about it. But getting to know him, I appreciate the time that we had, because we got to know each other on deep levels. And now life is moving, so we don't have the time to sit and talk for hours and hours and hours. By the time he came home, girl, I know everything about him. Like, we don't have nothing else to talk about now other than what happened in our day and what are our future goals. And, you know, like, we really got deep with each other. So I got to keep that, you know, like, I get to hold on to that. You know what I mean?
That's dope as fuck, for real. Now, my last question is, contrary to what people believe and, you know, what their true thoughts of prison relationships, what are your true thoughts on, you know, how it is being with somebody that was in prison, and the transition of being out, and, you know, having to learn their love language? Do you believe, like, even if that didn't work out, would you believe that relationships from prison work?
I think I haven't seen a lot of them work. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I think that I have seen a lot of failed relationships, but it's because I think that when you are incarcerated, I don't think that everyone has ill intention. I think that they have the intention of doing what they're saying, but then when they come home, they don't have the ability to live out those promises. And so I don't think everyone has bad intentions in prison relationships. I just think that it's dependent on the equality of the partner. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, I feel like if I was a different person and my husband came home, I don't think necessarily he would be the same person that he is. You know, like, I think that the motivation and the support you have from your partner and your ability to be able to live out those promises matters. And I also am that woman, listen, I keep a tight rein. Like, I love my husband. You know what I mean? Ain't no, the club, what? No.
Right.
Yeah, you're home. Like, we're married. This is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but you just have to know your boundaries. You know what I mean? I'm not going to discourage people from saying that it won't work, but I'm just saying, as a woman, if you're with a male in prison, prepare yourself for a lot of hard work. It's not going to be easy. And know that you're going to have to be patient and let them grow, you know, on the outside, because their growth happened in there. You know what I mean? So now it's a lot that they're going to have to learn on the outside world. And if you don't have the patience to put into your partner, and if you don't have real, genuine love for them, it's going to be really difficult, you know? Don't just fall in love with who they are in there. You're going to have to learn to love them out here too. And that's hard, you know?
Right, because they got to get to know themselves being in the world as well.
Right. But I mean, for us, and you know, y'all check in. I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm at a great place. And like I said, I don't think I've ever felt like this about anyone in my life, you know? And I've never felt so solid with someone. Like, I know that that's my person. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. I just lucked out, you know?
That's dope.
I feel like the lucky one.
Now, I know that was my last question, but I do want to ask this because I meant to ask this earlier. How did you get hooked up with Chime? Like, how did that happen?
So, it was funny. I actually, so they had sent out this thing and they were like, they're asking for testimonial videos about using Chime. Well, I've used Chime for years, you know, and I use their credit builder card. And so I'm sitting in the bathroom doing my makeup. Girl, I have my moo-moo on, like legitimately my moo-moo on. And this thing comes through and they're like, oh, you got a chance to win. I think it's like $100 or something. I'm like, oh, I'll do a video. So I just did a real quick video, like half my makeup on and a moo-moo, and never thought anything else of it. And then the guy messaged me and was like, hey, he was like, can we, you know, talk to you further? And I thought it was like a scam, you know. I'm like, I guess, you know. And so I get on there and it just flourished from there. It's been really cool. So I love Chime. I support everything that they do. And meeting the people who make Chime happen, they are amazing people. Like, when I tell you, like, their office was the coolest place I've ever seen in my life. And, like, just walking in and them having non-binary bathrooms. And they have dope. Every day they give their employees lunch and dinner. And, like, they, you know what I mean? Like, part of the job. And, like, their workspace, they have a rooftop where they can work. And it's just, like, so accepting and inviting. And just made me look at Chime totally different. Like, they're such a cool company. And they're so, I feel like, derived towards us, like, trying to help people. They just released a new thing I saw today that they're doing scholarships too, which I think is cool. So they're always trying to push stuff out, and I mean, I want to be a part. I want to be a part of that. You know, like I love what they're doing. So
right,
they're an awesome company. If you don't have Chime, get Chime. They're amazing.
Again,
and get the credit builder. Get the credit builder. It really does help.
Yes, it does. And you look, I tell y'all, if you go back and watch season 1, I don't play when it comes to Chime. I tell y'all about Chime. I've even cussed them out on the couch, but I love Chime. No, for real, that's my relationship with them. Like, because one time my money was gone, but guess what? They found it. They got it taken care of real quick. I was like, y'all, I fucks with y'all because guess what? Remember when I told y'all that they messed something up and they got it right back? So y'all listen. Shout out to Chime. Shout out to Chime. Is there anybody else you would like to give a shout out to before we?
I mean, I just want to shout out my best friend, Gerard, you know. Yeah. He told me today if I didn't say his... So, let me...
Hey, Gerard.
Mr. G.
Hey, Mr. G.
He's been my best friend for 12 years, man. He's been a part of this. We have some really big things coming. I'm not going to talk about it quite yet, but... Because you guys are coming back anyways. Yes. So, hopefully... you'll hear some huge announcements from us in the next year. So it's going to be a process. We're going to try to change some laws and things. So
I'm with it.
Yeah. We'll talk about it when we come back.
I'm excited. Yes. Because we are getting the whole studio on the couch. We're going to need a bigger couch for this.
Girl, listen, we'll pull some couches together. Look, I got one I got a sectional. That's what we need. And you know, ain't nothing small around here. We're all big bodies. So
okay.
But yeah, shout out to G, man. That's my best friend, my partner.
I know you're watching.
Yes. My husband, I know he's on here watching.
Hey, shout out to the hubby. Shout out to my wife. I know you watching too. Shout out to all my couch potatoes that keep up with the couch. Yes. Shout out to Big O. Shout out to Chime. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that won on the OKC People's Choice Awards. Shout out to everybody that was nominated. Shout out to the whole city. The fuck?
For real.
We doing our fucking thing. We are going to be the ones, and I say we, because it's true. We are going to be the ones to change people's perspective of Oklahoma City.
For real. And
we're going to put Oklahoma City on the map, for real.
Yes, absolutely.
They don't need to be like, oh, the first 48. They don't need to be doing all of that.
Right. Tulsa, but this is not a city.
Right. But they still don't need to be doing none of that. So I definitely appreciate everybody that tuned into the couch. It's Friday. Y'all going out? Y'all make sure if y'all looking for something to do tonight, tap in with my cousin DJ Sky. Check him out on all social media, DJ Sky. He has an after hour from 1 to 5 a.m. in the morning. Bring your own everything. Okay. Now, he does open before that. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with him. He posts every day, a flyer every day, so you never know what the fuck going on at DJ Sky's place, the Green Light Lounge. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. And yes, I see the Couch Pirates. Hey. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. I love you, Couch Potatoes. I will see y'all on Monday. It's the Couch Chronicles. And it ain't no fucking limits.
Don't be a crybaby.
Yeah.
Let me finish this one.